by Kia Motors, Dunkin' Donuts, New England Subaru dealers, AT&T, New England's website for deals by Toyota.com, and by Southwest Airlines. And good evening once again, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park as the Red Sox and Toronto Blue Jays get ready for Game 2 of the series. The Red Sox have taken the field, so let's check out the visiting Toronto Blue Jays starting nine. Their lineup is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. Anthony Gose leads it off. He is in right field with Brett Lawrie back in the lineup for the Jays tonight. He's at third base. Kobe Rasmus in center field bats third. It's Edwin Encarnacion at first base, and in the cleanup spot, Adam Lind is the DH with J.P. Arancibia doing the catching. Kelly Johnson is at second base. He bats seventh. Yunel Escobar at shortstop eighth, and Travis Snyder at his first major league game of this season is in left field again tonight as he bats ninth. Anthony Gose stands in on the left side, the right fielder for the Blue Jays as he takes strike one, and we are underway. The starting pitcher is brought to you by the experienced Buick New England Sweepstakes, and on the mound is Aaron Cook, his sixth start, 2-2 with a 3.34 earned run average. Gose will foul it off by the on-deck circle. Cook last time out a no decision against the White Sox, but he pitched great. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. Didn't walk anybody, nor did he strike anybody out. A lot of sinkers per usual for Aaron Cook. Looking for a lot of ground ball outs. Gose will chop one towards second. Pedroia against the grain and off balance. Gets it there in time. One down.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Will Middlebrooks will be at third base. Pedro Siriaco, the shortstop. Dustin Pedroia at second. And Adrian Gonzalez, the first baseman. Left to right, Kyle Crawford, Brian Sweeney, and Daniel Nava. And Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for Cook.
One down here in the top half of the first inning brings up Brett Lawrie. Lawrie, who is injured leaning into the photographer's well at Yankee Stadium in the beginning of this road trip for Toronto, has been out the last couple of days. Did not play in last night's game, but back in the Jays lineup tonight. So a very good sign for them as they get one of their injured guys back. He hits at .278 coming into tonight's action. Lawrie was reaching to find the railing. He finds it, but goes over it and into the photographer's well. Now hits a one-hopper that Adrian picks. He will flip to Cook, who covers the bag. With a good lead by Adrian Gonzalez, 2 down.
A lot of people thought Lawrie had broken his leg in that particular accident at Yankee Stadium, but very quickly back in the lineup. A couple of good defensive plays by the Red Sox. First, Dustin Pedroia on the chopper that he has to charge, make the sidearm throw to first base, and Adrian Gonzalez on the in-between hop, and a nice lead to Cook to pick up the second out of the ball game.
So 2 down here in the first inning, and it brings up Kobe Rasmus. Had a good start to last night's game with a triple and a double. And part of the Blue Jays' fast start as they jumped out to a 4-0 advantage early in last night's contest. See the numbers for Rasmus, .471 slugging percentage as he takes ball one.
We'll see how the Blue Jays approach Aaron Cook. Last time he worked, a lot of first pitch swing against him.
1-0 is right to Siriaco at shortstop. He'll pick and throw. And it's a 1-2-3 first on 8 pitches for Aaron Cook. All ground ball outs. Red Sox are coming up. the top of the first inning. Red Sox coming up here in the bottom of the first, and they deal with Carlos Villanueva. As the starting pitcher is brought to you by Experience Buick New England Sweepstakes. His 26th appearance, 4th start. A lot of injuries in this Blue Jays starting rotation, so Villanueva settles into the rotation with a 2.68 ERA. Last time out, a win against the Cleveland Indians. 6 shutout innings as he struck out 8 and walked 5. He comes in with a 4-0 record on the season, and standing in is Daniel Nava leading it off for the Red Sox tonight. Jacoby Ellsbury a night off. As Bobby Valentine referred to it as a scheduled night off. So there's nothing wrong with Jacoby Ellsbury, but not in there tonight as they try to ease him back into the Red Sox everyday lineup. So Nava in there in the leadoff spot where he has done so 24 times this year. The 1-0 is a strike, and it's 1-1 to Nava. Villanueva 1-1 in his career with a 4.63 earned run average in 6 appearances and 1 start against the Red Sox. But the last time he started against Boston was May 18th of 2008. This one is fouled off to the left and out of play.
You see that fastball at about 88 miles an hour that time by Villanueva. Fastball, breaking ball, changeup.
Swing and a miss at a pitch headed inward, and Nava strikes out. So the first strikeout for Villanueva. 1 down here in the first inning, and let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. We just saw Daniel Nava. He's starting in right field. Carl Crawford is in left with Dustin Pedroia at second base. Adrian Gonzalez at first base in the cleanup spot with Cody Ross, the DH tonight. Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching after being off the last 3 games. Will Middlebrooks at third base with Ryan Sweeney in center, and Pedro Siriaco is at shortstop. First pitch strike into Carl Crawford. Carl hitting at 389 in his return to the Red Sox lineup. No homers and a run batted in.
Daniel Nava strikeout on a slider down and in. And that blind spot for a left-handed hitter. Down and in and off the plate.
Crawford with a swing and a miss at the fastball away. And it's back-to-back strikeouts for Villanueva. 2 down.
A little more giddy up on that fastball at 90 miles an hour, going away from Kyle Crawford to pick up his second strikeout. That ball well out of the strike zone, but Crawford chases it.
2 down in the first inning as Dustin Pedroia stands in. Dustin hitting at 265. 6 homers and 33 runs batted in. Hits in both games since his activation on Thursday night as he takes strike 1. Landed on the DL with a right thumb sprain and activated on Thursday night. Part of the 9th inning dramatic come from behind victory for the Red Sox as he would single to get it started. As hits one on the ground this time. Brett Laurie at third base. Throws to first off the mark, but out of the baseline is Pedroia to end the first inning. So the Red Sox are down in order. We're done with 1. No score from Fenway. Top of the second inning back at Fenway Park. We're scoreless as Aaron Cook deals with strike one into Edwin Encarnacion. It's part of our key matchup brought to you by New England Acura dealers. 4:29 is Encarnacion against Cook, and Cook will miss downstairs as Encarnacion with a good season, .296 average, 25 homers and 63 runs batted in. And he hits a two-hopper to deep third. Middlebrooks plants and throws. Great throw. One down in the second inning.
Now, once again, early in this ball game, those infielders very busy, and they see Middlebrooks going to the backhand. A long throw from third base right over the top, and a strike to Adrian Gonzalez.
Well, coming up tonight on this special night from Fenway, we'll have the man of the hour, Jason Varitek, will join us in the fourth inning. Jenny will catch up with Lindsey Buchholz. It's that time of year again. Picnic in the Park is coming up, and we'll get you some Major League Baseball updates as Jason Varitek enjoying the game with his family at the moment. He will be with us in a bit as Adam Lynn stands in with one out in the second inning.
What a great ceremony that was. It was tough to keep a dry eye throughout that ceremony.
Great that his daughters had the chance to speak as well. I thought that was a great touch, and great video presentation here as always. One is chopped foul towards the dugout, and it's 1-2.
Anytime a team is facing a guy like Aaron Cook, they say make him get the ball up. He's a sink a ball pitcher, relies on ground balls, but Cook has been very consistent on keeping that ball down and getting ground ball outs.
Outside 2-2 to Adam Lynn. 2-2 mark for Cook coming in a Red Sox uniform, his sixth start. And the complete game shutout of the Seattle Mariners, his best start. Here's another grounder, and Pedroia made a nice play on a ball to change direction on him, and he throws out Lynn for the second out. The Boss returns to Fenway Park this summer. Don't miss out on an opportunity to see Bruce Springsteen and the East Street Band perform live here at Fenway Park on August 15th. Tickets are still available, so get them now at livenation.com. Two outs in the second as J.P. Arancibia stands in and takes strike one. Arancibia checking in at 238. He's got good power numbers though. The 13 homers for the catcher of the Blue Jays. If you're Aaron Cook, this is exactly how you want things to go. His first 5 outs, all ground ball outs. Chop foul down the third baseline, and it'll hang at 1-2. Well, tough loss here last night for the Red Sox. Just could not get going at all last night. They were stymied by Aaron Laffey. And the Red Sox with the loss, 9.5 games back of the Yankees. Yankees also lost last night. The Oakland A's had a walk-off win in Oakland. And the Yankees have actually dropped the first 2 games of that series to the A's. 1-2 to Arancibia. He was just off the outside edge.
Curveball that time from Cook, and that did not miss by very much. Just missing the outside corner.
Here's a pop-up foul ground, and that should reach the seats as running hard is Saltalamacchia. Get all the way to the wall. Remind you, this cabaret telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
Now, Salter's got plenty of energy. He's been off for a couple of days. He was going to run right through that wall to try to make the catch.
I don't know if he lost track of where the wall was, didn't look at the wall, but he was going full bore into it.
I'm telling you, too much rest.
2-2 to Aaron Sebia. He is going to miss. Full count.
Salter Lamakia heading over in that direction once he picks up the pop-up. Looks like he wanted to run right out of the stadium to catch that one.
Now on the ground to third base. Middlebrooks gathers and throws. 6 ground ball outs. 6 Blue Jays retired in a row. Scoreless from Fenway. Sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities. It's on to the last half of the second inning as Adrian Gonzalez leads it off and takes strike one. Gonzalez flares it out to shallow right center, and it falls for a base hit. First base runner of the game for either side. It's a base hit for Adrian Gonzalez.
Well, Gonzalez has that average up to 295. Gets the base hit, jammed a little bit on the fastball, but able to push that ball and drop it in front of Anthony Goes out there in right field for the base hit. Goes wisely backs off and plays it on one hop.
Adrian's got the average up to 297 as he stands at first base to begin things here in the second. Cody Ross now stands in on the right side. Ross at 273, 16 homers and 50 runs batted in. Foul off to the right and out of play. Ross has a chance to get the night off defensively as the rotating DH continues in the absence of David Ortiz. Ross, of course, with the dramatic 3-run walk-off home run. 9th inning on Thursday night against Chicago. His 3rd career walk-off. And his first in a Red Sox uniform. Breaking ball kind of buckled him. 1-1. Villanueva has a curveball and a slider that he features. As well as a fastball and changeup. That'll miss. And it is 2-1 now to Ross.
And that's not where he wants his changeup. That was high, up about letter high. And obviously he wants that pitch down low in the zone, actually out of the strike zone.
In the air to left, down the line towards the corner, and it is a fair ball. Bounces around as Gonzalez to stop at third base. Ross to second, standing with a double. Second and third, nobody out.
Well, Cody Ross now with a 4-game hitting streak. Like a changeup again that time at 80 miles an hour, and it's toward the end of the bat of Cody Ross. He just keeps it in fair territory. And the Red Sox with men at second and third and nobody out. So trying to do some early damage of their own, get ahead in the ball game.
6 extra base hits in the last 6 games. 3 doubles, 3 homers for Cody Ross. Second and third, nobody out. And here is Jared Saltalamacchia. Shopik had started the last 3 games. Red Sox dealing with a lot of left-handed starters, and a right-hander going tonight for the Blue Jays. Saltalamacchia back in there. And a foul off to the left, out of play. Next half inning, we will check in with Jenny Dell and chance to catch up with Jared Saltalamacchia talking about Jason Varitek. The one is fouled back, and it's 0-2.
This stage of the ball game, the infield playing back for the Toronto Blue Jays with a couple of men in scoring position and nobody out. Trying to protect against the big inning.
No 2 coming to Saltalamacchia. And a pitch in the dirt. Aaron Seabu sprawling to his right to gather. Now Saltalamacchia leading all major league catchers in home runs with 17 coming into tonight's action. Bats with Gonzalez at third base, Ross at second, and nobody out. In the air to right field for Saltalamacchia. Back goes at the wall. It's gone. Look at the bullpen. 3-run home run for Jared Saltalamacchia. The Red Sox lead it 3-0.
You know, it's interesting because that's a pitch that has been giving Saltalamacchia problems recently. That breaking ball that is down and in. No problem this time. Curveball down in the zone. And Saltalamacchia lifts it into the bullpen for the 3-run home run.
One swing of the bat, and it's 3-0 Boston as Will Middlebrook stands in and takes a pitch outside. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2012 season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. I just got done telling you he's got more home runs than any other catcher in the majors, and he adds to it with his 18th of the year. It's his second hit against the Blue Jays this season. They've both been home runs. As the pitch misses away, and it's 2-1. Well, fitting on Jason Varitek night here at Fenway Park that the Red Sox catcher would hit a 3-run home run. Swing and a miss. Half-hearted swing at that. Middlebrooks changed his mind in the middle. 4 for 20 on the homestand. Middlebrooks had a couple of hits last night, going 2 for 4 in the first game of the series.
Once again, the Blue Jay infield has that full shift. Everybody on the left side with the exception of the first baseman against Middlebrooks.
On the ground left side of the backhanded short, Yunel Escobar's throw is in time for the first out of the second inning. Well, don't just beat the heat, annihilate it. Hurry into Cumberland Farms Chill Zone and pick up your favorite fountain or frozen beverages for just 89 cents, any size. The Chill Zone, only at Cumberland Farms. One out here in the second inning. It brings up Ryan Sweeney. 274, no homers and 14 runs batted in for Sweeney. Sweeney starting in center field tonight. Again, a scheduled off day as described by Bobby Valentine before the game for Jacoby Ellsbury. This is in the air to center field. Kobe Rasmus back towards the track to make the catch as he runs onto it. 2 down. Now is your chance to win a 2-year lease on a brand new Buick Verano and a behind-the-scenes NESN fan experience at the ballpark. Take a test drive during the month of July. You'll be entered for a chance to win the Experience Buick New England Sweepstakes. You'll also receive a complimentary $50 debit card just for taking a test drive. So head to your nearest participating Buick dealer today. 2 outs in the second inning as Pedro Siriaco stands in. 366 average. Strike one from Villanueva. Villanueva giving up a 3-run home run in this inning. On the ground towards short again. Escobar is there. Throw is off the mark and the tag is missed. By the time Encarnacion spun around, Siriaco was by him.
Again, you know, the speed of Siriaco caused that because Yunel Escobar had to get rid of that ball very, very quickly. You see the sidearm throw, and a lot of times that sidearm throws going to tail up that first base line, and that's exactly what happened there. The sweep tag, no contact. Siriaco on by way of the error by Escobar.
So a 2-out base runner for the Red Sox. Into the shift go the Jays on the right side as Daniel Nava comes to bat here. The Jays shifting on Nava. A little different here is stacked up in right is Kelly Johnson. Actually, that is Brett Laurie, who is in short right third baseman as they throw to first. So Laurie in short right and Kelly Johnson, the second baseman, hangs around second. Only Escobar, the shortstop, left on the left side of the infield. There is Laurie, the Jays' third baseman.
Siriaco has 3 steals on the season, has not been caught. Has to dive back that time on Villanueva's move.
Appeared to be a pitch out. Nothing doing as Siriaco remains at first base. John Farrell's Blue Jays come in at 46 and 47, a game under 500 in the AL East. That has you 11 games back of the Yankees. Siriaco takes off from his knees. A throw from Arancibia, not close. That from the kneecaps, and Siriaco, good speed, steals second base.
Had a great jump at first base, he really did, and really no chance at all for Aaron Seabier. He shows you that by throwing from his knees. Bounces it into second base on a couple of bounces, and Siriaco in scoring position.
So 2 down, Siriaco at second base, and Nava with a count of 1-1. Now the runner at second. They come out of the shift on Nava. Laurie back to the bag at third, and more normal defensive setup here for the Jays. As Nava looks at ball 2. Runs outside, 3-1 to Nava. Well, Tuesday night, Nava made his first career start as a DH. And it was in the 3 spot for the Red Sox as Crawford waits on deck. He will bat next if the inning continues. With the return of Crawford and Ellsbury, the time for Nava has been more limited. He's just 0 for 4 on the homestand, and getting the start in right field tonight is a swing and a miss, 3-2.
Hoping to get a fastball on the 3-1 count. Instead, he gets the changeup, and a very good one by Villanueva.
Bruce Walton, the pitching coach for the Toronto Blue Jays, looking on as Villanueva's given up a 3-run home run in the inning, and an error behind him has allowed Siriaco to reach, who quickly stole second base and scoring position, and now Aaron Seabier and Villanueva going back and forth.
Yeah, they're having a very tough time getting on the same page on this 3-2 count. That's caused Nava to step out a couple of times. Now they finally get a decision made, and we'll see what it brings.
Well, tonight, following our Red Sox coverage, join Jamison Coyle for NESN Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial. Have highlights and analysis from Liverpool's preseason friendly with Toronto FC. Plus the anatomy of the deal that brought Jason Varitek to Boston and how the deal almost never happened. All this and much more on NESN Daily tonight, following our Red Sox coverage only on NESN. 3-2 is in there for strike 3 as Nava strikes out to end the inning. Well, Jared Saltalamacchia hit a 3-run home run. Will give us his take on Jason Varitek when we come back. Top of the third inning back at Fenway Park, 3-0. Red Sox have the lead over the Blue Jays. As leading it off here for the Jays in the inning, it's Kelly Johnson, their second baseman, who lifts it down the left field line. This is going to fall in for a base hit. Overplay it is Crawford. Johnson thinking two, and he is headed to second base. He'll get there without a throw. First base runner for the Blue Jays. A double to begin things here in the third for Kelly Johnson.
Kelly Johnson looks like he gets a cut fastball that time from Aaron Cook, and just slicing that ball into left field. Crawford tracks it down as it hits the lip of the grass, and Johnson at second base in scoring position with nobody out.
So the double for Johnson. Here's Yunel Escobar. 249, 6 homers, 34 runs batted in. And a pitch in there for a strike. Escobar has made an error in this game, a throwing error. Didn't prove to be costly. Siriaco left at second base in the second inning, though. Villanueva had to throw more pitches. He's up to 35 in 2 innings. 0-1 is on the ground. Deep short. Siriaco on the backhand, a bobble and no play.
Bobble on the transfer. He had it in the glove when he went to go to the throwing hand. That's when the ball popped out.
He is charged with an error. Michavilis has a night off. Bobby Valentine referred to it as kind of the beginning of turf toe, so they wanted to give him the night off, apparently injuring himself on a base, and they hope that it's not going to be a big deal.
Yeah, they didn't think it was going to be anything serious. He hopes that maybe just one night off will do the trick for Aviles.
So first and second, nobody out. Travis Snyder. First major league action of the year last night, and he went 1 for 3 in his return from AAA Las Vegas to Blue Jays. Line into center field, a base hit for Snyder. Kelly Johnson to be stopped at third, and all of a sudden the Blue Jays have the bases loaded with nobody out.
Talk about making a sinker ball pitch and get the ball up. That's exactly what happens here to Snyder. It's about thigh high, and he takes it up the middle for the base hit. Everybody advances just one base, but the Blue Jays looking to cause some trouble here in the third inning.
Well, tomorrow at noon, join Jenny Dell for this week's Top 9 Countdown, including features on John Lester's new foundation, Jason Varitek Day, Ukes return to Fenway, and Liverpool's practice at Harvard Stadium. Catch this and more tomorrow at noon on the Ultimate Red Sox Show, presented by Cumberland Farms. Well, bases loaded, nobody out for the Blue Jays. They can score some runs, and here they come as the Red Sox have a 3-0 lead for the moment as Anthony Ghost stands in and takes strike one. Ghost 1 for 8 so far with the Jays. Bats with Johnson at third base, Escobar at second base, and Snyder at first base. Fouled at the plate, 0-2. Swinging a foul tip held onto by Jared Saltalamacchia. First strikeout for Cook, not known to be a strikeout pitcher, but he'll take it here. No contact.
No, but he gets a lot of movement on that sinker that time, keeping it away from Ghost. They pick up the strikeout now. Nice little ground ball, a second and short, gets him out of the inning.
Brett Laurie, the batter, he grounded out to first baseman Adrian Gonzalez in the first inning. Fly ball to right. Nava going back. He will get there to make the catch. Tagging at third is Johnson. He will score, as also tagging and moving to third is Escobar. As the Blue Jays get on the board, it's now 3-1 Boston. Sac fly for Brett Laurie.
That's good hitting there by Laurie, staying away from the ground ball, getting a pitch he can elevate deep enough in the outfield to get that run home. Once again, about a thigh-high sinker that time, and the long fly ball by Laurie.
So 2 down in the inning, first and third here for the Blue Jays. Kobe Rasmus, the batter, grounded out to shortstop. In the first inning, 0 for 1 so far against Cook. Cook retired the first 6 Blue Jays he faced, all on ground ball outs. The third first pitch ball that he's thrown to the first 12 batters that he's faced in the game. Low and away, and it is 2-0. Mentioned earlier the best start for Cook in a Red Sox uniform, the 9-inning complete game shutout against the Seattle Mariners at Seattle, June 29th. It's his last victory. Lost at Oakland, of course, the no decision last time out against the White Sox. He pitched great against the White Sox as well. Fouled back, 2-1. Since his return from the DL, he was 2-1 with 1.67 earned run average in 4 starts. Came back on June the 24th after the laceration of his knee and nasty injury blocking the plate. Bluff to third, look to first, doesn't throw to either venue. Throws to first, and back to the bag is Snyder this time.
Almost got Snyder there between steps as he was going into his lead. Snyder trying to get that lead, and whoop, got to get back in a hurry.
Up and away, 3-1. Rasmus with a triple and a double here yesterday. Had a line drive triple off the wall and right. Rasmus bats now, and Encarnacion bats next. Another throw to first, and again relatively close. Back is Snyder. In the air to center. Sweeney started back, now comes in. He's got time to get under and make the catch that ends the inning. The Blue Jays get a run. It's 3-1 Boston at the end of 2.5. 3-1, Red Sox have the lead over the Blue Jays. We head to the bottom of the third inning. The Jays getting a run back in the top half of the inning, and Carl Crawford leads it off here in the third as he takes ball one from Carlos Villanueva. Strikeout victim was Crawford in the first inning as he struck out swinging. One of 3 strikeouts for Villanueva. Pop-up foul off to the left. It evens the count at 1-1. Crawford, Pedroia, and Gonzalez to bat here in the bottom of the third inning for the Red Sox. In the air to left. Snyder going back, twists around, and on the warning track. Pulls it in for out number 1 as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Don, as you know, it's Think Tech Day here at Fenway Park, and earlier in the clubhouse, his former teammates spoke of his legacy. One in particular viewed Varitek as a mentor. Jared Saltalamacchia talked about his growing appreciation of Varitek's career.
I'm starting to appreciate it more and more. You know, seeing what he's just the last few years of his career, being at the age he was at, and being able to do this position is so demanding. You know, you really start to understand what he does in an off season to get ready for you know, this growing schedule.
Varitek's career spanned 15 seasons with the Red Sox. Jerry, only Hall of Famers Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, and Jim Rice had longer stints in Boston without playing for another team. As you mentioned, he'll be joining you guys live in the booth during the top of the fourth.
Well, that's quite an accomplishment. I mean, you know, especially at that position, as Saltalamacchia was saying, so demanding being a catcher, and to get 15 years in behind home plate with very few injuries for Varitek throughout his career. That's pretty special.
Now, Jason, Varitek's career, look at the numbers. He ends up playing in over 1,500 games, and again, all of them with the Red Sox in his 15 seasons with Boston. 3-time All-Star, and of course, 04 and 07 World Series titles here with the Red Sox. Ended up with 193 home runs. And 2-pitch will kick off of Aaron Sebia and even the count at 2-2. We will talk to Jason Varitek in the top of the fourth inning, and I can guarantee you this was one of his favorite moments of the ceremony. His daughters had a speech prepared for him, and they did a terrific job. Two. Pedroia lifts it in the air to center. Kobe Rasmus out in center field. Backpedals a step or two and brings it in for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the third inning. Monday night at 6, Dustin Pedroia, John Henry, and Darnell McDonald take the hot seat as local kids put the Sox to the test on the best of Red Sox Small Talk, presented by Boston Children's Hospital. Discover the Sox musical tastes and pop culture picks, along with bloopers and surprises from behind the scenes. It's all coming up Monday night at 6, and it's only on NESN. 2 outs in the third inning for Adrian Gonzalez. Single in the second inning. Adrian grounds one foul. Gonzalez had a 5-game hitting streak come to an end here last night, as he was 0 for 4 in the game. Red Sox really stymied by Aaron Laffey, who pitched very well last night for the Jays in game 1 of the series. This will be fouled back to the screen. 0-2. Last night's win for the Blue Jays brought a halt to their 3-game losing streak. They were swept by the New York Yankees in the beginning of this road trip in New York. Had Thursday off in Boston, and then the victory here last night in game 1 of the series. Cody Ross waiting on deck with 2 outs here in the home half of the third inning. Full count, 3-2. Tap foul at the plate. It hangs full here at 3-2. Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care here at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid section behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org. Aaron Cook allowing a run in the third. It was unearned. An error charged in the inning, and it's a 3-1 Red Sox lead. Gonzalez the ground with the shift on to the second baseman. It's actually Laurie in right, and he makes the throw. The third baseman from short right field gets him. Jason Varitek will join us when we come back to Fenway Park. It's 3-1 Red Sox. Top half of the fourth inning back at Fenway Park. Red Sox enjoy a 3-1 lead as this is a pop-up to short. Siriaco is there, and he takes care of Edwin Encarnacion for the first out of the fourth inning. It is our honor and pleasure to have with us the captain, Jason Varitek. And Tech, that had to feel very good to be out there on the field tonight and very special.
I'd much rather be strapping on the gear than standing out in the middle of the field.
Looked like you kept it together pretty good till your daughters got up there to speak.
Yeah, there were some other moments that, when my buddies from high school and my lifelong friends made an appearance, and just all the, just all the thanks, and it's emotional. And they asked me when we were just doing radio, it's like, I don't know what just happened. I'm going to have to watch it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I got very nervous when your speech blew away, but you didn't miss a beat. Obviously, you knew what you wanted to say, and the speech was just kind of a prop, because I was very nervous when you lost the speech.
No, it had nothing to do with what was written down. Written down was in case I got emotional, and then I lost both of them, so I just went with...
Because they flew away, and I'm thinking, oh, no.
I saw that, yeah.
That was the most nerve-wracking thing. How do you say thanks to, hundreds of thousands of fans that have pretty much been at your side for so many years through 2 championships, and how do I say thanks? Like, I don't know how to say thank you, because the player that I am and wanted to be was expected by this fan base. And, not statistically perform, but how you go about your business. And to say thank you for the way they're passionate about the game, I couldn't figure out words to figure it out. And it bothered me.
I noticed one of the emotional parts was when you were driving around in the truck leaving after the ceremony and you ran into Gary Tuck out there in the Red Sox bullpen.
Yeah, Tuck is one of a handful of elite coaches and human beings that I've had the luxury to play for. And, you know, to know that there wasn't a day that I was not coached as long as he was here. And not only not coached, but cared about, prayed for, pulled for, not just me, but every guy in this team. If a guy doesn't back up another outfielder, he's the one that sees it. And to know those things, that somebody's in your corner as a player, and then if you're not backing up, he's the one that's going to tell you, you respect that.
Two catchers in the American League have retired in the last year, Jorge Posada, Jason Varitek, and both mentioning Gary Tuck in their retirement speeches. That says a lot.
Well, it tells you what a great man and coach that he is.
It's ground ball to short. Can you stay with us for another half inning? All right, we will be back. Jason will be back with us. It is 3-1, Red Sox on top.
Share it with him. Obviously it's something that I always remember and always cherish, and hopefully he will too. Hopefully, it's one of his highlights in his career, and just proud to be a part of it.
After the sixth inning, I just didn't shake off anything because I felt like he was going to come out and wring my neck if something stupid happened, and that's where the preparation kicked in.
Jason Varitek is in the booth with us as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. 3-1, Red Sox have the lead. You just heard from Clay Buchholz and John Lester, both, of course, throwing no hitters. You caught 4 of them. Which were you the most nervous for, if you remember?
Nervous, all of them. But each one, after you got through one, I think the first one you're most nerve-wracking, because that's the biggest thing you can do as a catcher, is to be a part of something that with someone. It's not yours, it's theirs. And to be a part of that. But then, after the first two, Derek's his aberration. He's a contact pitcher, and it happened. And, to get to Lester and Buchholz, Lester, everything, he'd gone through so much to, in his development at that point, and all of a sudden it locks in. And it didn't even lock in at the beginning of that game. It locked in mid-game, and it just propelled him. And it's just, you get to Clay's, and it's just like, this is your moment. You enjoy it. I'm going to pick you up. So, yeah, they're all, it's just such a special part to be a part of as a catcher.
And the final out from Clay Buchholz as he got Nick Markakis to end that game. Came very close with Kurt Schilling also. If he hadn't shaken you off, he probably would have had another one. Shannon Stewart with the base hit in Oakland. Here's ball 4, and down to first base goes Cody Ross.
Well, he messed up because he told the world that, you know, that was the only time he shook me off all game. Well, nobody would know about that, you know, if it didn't happen. But, you know, two of the most elite pitchers that I had, most dominant pitchers, he and Pedro, I was never a part of one. That's how much things have to go in the right places at the right time.
3-1 is the score here. Red Sox have the lead over the Blue Jays, and we had Tim Wakefield on, of course, when it was Wake Day here at Fenway Park, and first thing he talked about was how much he missed his teammates and on a daily basis being in the clubhouse. What do you miss most?
I mean, that's a huge part.
Yeah.
I mean, the camaraderie that you build when you are working day in and day out with your teammates, you know, you're constantly around them, and then you're going out and you're battling with them, and you're doing it for 162 games plus spring training. You miss that. You miss that, the joking around, you know, the hard times, the good times. It's just a part of you that you miss. You'll never get that again.
Have you got to the point yet?
Heading for second, but in getting there safely, the ball dropped. Ross gets in. Throw gets there, but the ball comes out of the glove, and Ross will successfully get to second.
Take a look at the replay first. The ball does bounce right here off Aaron Seavey. A good base running by Cody Ross as he picks that up very quickly and gets into second base into scoring position. I was going to ask you, have you got to the point yet where you wake up in the morning and you say, geez, I don't have to worry about hitters today. I don't have to worry about getting hits today. It's just a nice, easy, relaxing day ahead of me.
I mean, you know, your normal day-to-day life things take over that anyways, but the have-tos, there's less have-tos and having to perform on top of it. You know, those things are gone. And sometimes I have to remind myself, okay, you don't have to work out. You don't have to today.
Yeah, that's right.
You're allowed. You can go play golf.
Exactly.
Well, the time that Victor Martinez was here, Jared Saltimbanqui as well, both talking about how you got them prepared to be a catcher every day and how much you helped them. And I think about all the preparation you did. You miss the preparation, getting ready for different pitching, different pitchers coming in and guys you're going to face. I mean, you knew the American League just about as good as anybody.
Of course. I mean, that's part of your intellect that keeps you on edge, keeps you on point all the time. And that's what I was good at. And of all things, you know, God blessed me with a durable body that allowed me to be out there every day, but it also blessed me with the ability to remember. And those things help keep me on point and focus every day. But those things, the game within the game, I miss that tremendously. And you know, the 1,000 at bats that get, you know, with Jeter at the plate, you know, there's those things, you know, you're going to do when you're facing Cano and the rest of the American League, and you miss those things because that keeps your mind sharp, keeps you working towards what you're doing. But it's not for you; it's for the guy in the mound, and ultimately to help your team win.
So now you're watching games. Are you thinking about ways of getting guys out? Because there's still a lot of these guys that you know.
Not necessarily. It's more so I look at it as in what happened, what goes on, and how can I help? You know, if my friend and someone who's done such a tremendous job, and Salty, you know, if he's going through anything or wants to talk, I'm there. You know, I'm going to know enough and pay attention enough to know what's going on to go, okay, slow down, speed up, do that, you know. But it's ultimately, that's what he does, and he's doing it extremely well.
Yeah, it's been kind of amazing, really, the turnaround with Saltimbanqui. You know, playing behind, well, with you last year, I should say, gaining a lot of the knowledge of the American League from you, and he's kind of stepped in here, and he's so much more confident this year than obviously he has in the past. It's his first time chance he's got to really play every day.
Well, I think it's also, too, is that everybody started to finally recognize that when he started hitting 12, 13, 14 home runs, and he should be on the All-Star team. He was catching, throwing, and doing the things back behind the plate well before that. But the offense gave it the recognition, and he's been doing his job behind the plate extremely well.
One out, one on here. Will Middlebrooks is the batter. We're visiting, of course, with the man of the hour tonight, Jason Varitek. And what is next? There's been so much talk about what Jason Varitek will do next. Would you like to manage? I know you want to take some time first to just take some time off.
Take some time off. I don't know how long that's going to be. I don't know. I don't know at this point. I wanted to take care of my family first. My wife, my new baby, my other girls, and let my life settle down in that regards, but not get too far away from the game enough to where I don't recognize what's going on. Like I said last time we were on this, I have, I have it on my phone. Like, I watch the games. I listen. If I don't, I'm listening to Joe and OB, and when I can't see it. So, but enough to I know I have a heartbeat of what's going on, and then and paying attention enough to see, what physically is going on.
That's been pretty amazing this year. I think, all the injuries the Red Sox have had. Every team has injuries, but it's been incredible what they've gone through. And to be able to still be in a position at this time of the season with everything they've gone through to still maybe get a wild card spot, I think it's pretty amazing.
Absolutely. And to where they are to finally, they've got this time period to completely hit a good stride. They've played some really, really good baseball. And they've had some different injuries that they've had to just claw and scrape to just stay afloat. But it's a good team. And I think those things are multiplied and can be helped by what's in this crowd.
Will Middlebrooks batting here with 1 out, 1 on, 2-2 the count. This is lined, caught by Escobar, and they will turn it into a double play that will end the inning. It's great to have you back here at Fenway Park. Great to see you.
Thanks for
joining
so much.
us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tech.
Thanks, Don. Thanks, Jerry.
Head to the top of the 5th inning. Kelly Johnson leads it off in the inning. Johnson takes strike 1, second baseman for the Jays, who doubled and scored the Blue Jays run in the 3rd inning. It is 3-1. Red Sox have the lead as this will miss outside from Aaron Cook. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. What do you think Jason Varitek will do in the future if he had to guess?
I don't know. I think that maybe an assistant to a general manager, something like that.
You don't see him as a manager?
That's possible. It's possible, you know, but I think it could be a huge help in any organization, especially mentoring young catchers, and he could do that in a position from a front office position if he'd like.
Softly lined and caught in the air by Pedro Siriaco for the first out of the 5th inning. Kelly Johnson retired.
You know, the longer you stay away from the game, I think the less you want to manage, you know, because you realize that you're responsible for everybody, not just yourself.
And most guys do not want to or need to, in a financial situation, start in the minor leagues as a manager.
Exactly. That's a good point, because they've made enough money at playing now that they don't need to go down and ride the buses for 12 hours.
Been there, done that already.
Exactly.
I was riding buses with Jason Varitek in Pawtucket before Jason Varitek came up. So I know he's been on some buses in his minor league career, especially in the Seattle Mariners organization before he came over.
I think he'll end up in the game. I really don't know what capacity, but I could see him as part of a front office and you know, mentoring catches throughout the organization. And he's so smart, you know, calling him in on advice on deals and stuff like that.
One hopper to third base. Middlebrooks will throw across the diamond. 2 down. Red Sox Baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, listening, guiding, and being there for kids in need. That's what Eastern Bank and Adrian and Betsy Gonzalez are made of, which is why we've teamed up to support youth mentoring programs throughout Massachusetts. To find out more, go to easternbank.com/Adrian. 2 outs in the 5th inning. As beautiful night in Boston tonight. Red Sox and Blue Jays playing the middle game of the 3-game series.
It was also a beautiful night. They took that shot of Boston.
I was going to play. I was going to go along with it tonight, but you wouldn't let it go.
I'm still looking for the blimp.
Yeah. The 0-1 pitch chopped right side. Adrian's got it. He's looking for Cook, and a good flip. Cook is there for the out in the inning. He is over. In fact, it's 9 in a row retired by Aaron Cook. He's got a 3-1 lead. Mobile banking lets you access your account from wherever you are. It's just one more way Eastern Bank is making banking easier. Learn more at easternbank.com.
That's a nice spot where you park your boat when you come up here for ball games sometimes in the summertime.
We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Nice area right there. That is
beautiful.
Outstanding.
Pull right up and take a cab to the ballpark. Perfect. I think last night we had a picture of your boat, as a matter of fact.
Last night?
Yes, right outside Boston Harbor. I think it was parked at Long Wharf Marriott, if I'm not mistaken.
Ryan Sweeney hits a fly ball to left field. Travis Snyder back towards the track, makes the catch for the first out. Dunkin' Donuts is proud to give back at every Red Sox home game. Dunkin' hosts a nonprofit children's organization. Thousands of kids have had the chance to catch a Sox game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Tonight we welcome members of the Elliott Community Human Services at Elizabeth Seton House in Lynn. Dunkin' Donuts, committed to the community. Bunt try by Siriaco and a good one. Villanova throws it high and off the bag comes Encarnacion, and Siriaco with a bunt single.
You know, he tries it about once a game, it seems like. He tries to drive a bunt down that third base line. Really, the play here would have been to let it go and hope that it rolls foul. But Villanueva figured he'd try to pick it up and throw him out at first base. Not a chance. Worst thing that happens there is it hugs the line and it stays fair anyway. It's going to be a base hit.
One out, one on, top of the order. Daniel Nava's 0 for 2. You struck out twice tonight. Swinging in the first one, looking in the second. In the grass at third base is Brett Laurie. Actually, it's not Brett Laurie. Into the grass at third is Escobar in the shift. 1-0 is in the dirt, and it's 2-0. So the shift on the right side, the shortstop in on the grass. As it's time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. Question is, which team was Jason Varitek originally drafted by? I have the answer for you a little bit later. One out, Siriaco at first base, and Daniel Nava head in the count 2-0. Back is Siriaco.
Stolen base last time he was on. That was back in the second inning. Getting some attention now.
Up and away, ball 3, and out comes the catcher Aaron Seaby to talk to Villanueva. Watch Boston Sports Live, a live interactive sports show hosted by Chris Gasper 3 times a week at noon on Boston.com. One out in the 5th with Pedro Siriaco at first base at a bunt single. And Nava now ahead in the count 3-0. Almost threw it away. Good reach by Encarnacion is thrown towards the runner. That's a strike, and it's 3-1. Villanueva not giving in on the fastball. 3-0. Goes to the breaking ball. 3-1 to Nava. Runner goes. The pitch is low. It's ball 4. So down to first base goes Nava. Siriaco to second base on the walk for Nava. It's time now for tonight's twisted but true fact of the game. Thursday in Oakland, it was Dog Day at the park when the Yankees paid a visit. While the visitors may have been the enemy for the players on the field that night, in the crowd, things were a little different. Taking the Bay Area rivalry to a new level was one four-legged friend who spotted a fan in a San Francisco Giants jacket. When the unsuspecting fan tried to pet the dog, it responded by biting him, proving dogs are not only loyal to their owners, but their favorite baseball teams as well. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea is the refreshing hard iced tea. Tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted.
I bet that fan's glad he went to pet the dog.
1 out, 2 on. Carl Crawford, the batter, he is 0 for 2. He struck out, flied out to the warning track and left. Now he lines one to left. Snyder is there, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
He said that somewhere else too, Dog Night. Was that in Chicago?
I'm not sure.
I think it was Chicago that had bring your dog to a game night.
How would you do that here? I don't think you could ever do it here. Could you? There's not enough room.
Yeah, bring dogs here. You got to have a place where there's a lot of empty seats.
2 on, 2 outs. Dustin Pedroia, the batter. Pedroia takes ball 1. He's grounded out to third base, flied out to center. He's 0 for 2. Next half inning will get you caught up on the Orioles and Indians update from Progressive Field in Cleveland. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Sox earn a save, CVS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston Children's Hospital towards their $25,000 donation this season. 2 outs in the 5th inning. Runners at first and second, and Dustin Pedroia 0 for 2 in the game. He is grounded out to third base, flied out to center. Foul it off to the right, out of play. 1 and 2.
Got the roving cameras tonight. We're everywhere in this ballpark.
All over the ballpark.
The monster seats looking down.
One, 2 is fouled back to our right. Two down, runners at first and second as Pedroia is waiting on a 1-2. Siriaco at second. Nava at first. Check swing foul. And it hangs at 1 and 2. Four strikeouts so far for Villanueva. He has walked 2 in his outing and works here in the 5th inning with 2 outs. Red Sox have a 3-1 lead. All 3 of their runs coming on the 3-run home run by Saltalamacchia in the 2nd inning. On the ground towards short, Escobar will go to first with it, and it's in time to get Pedroia and to end the inning. The Red Sox strand a pair. We're through 5. It's 3-1 Boston. Question: which team was Jason Varitek originally drafted by? And the answer may surprise you. The Houston Astros in the 23rd round, 609th overall in 1990, out of Lake Brantley High School in Florida. He did not sign, obviously, with Houston, electing to go to Georgia Tech, where he was selected for the first time. This time in the first round, 21st overall by the Minnesota Twins in 03. Once again, he chose not to sign. And the following year, he was drafted in the first round again, 14th overall by the Mariners. This is back to the mound, and the bunt try. What a pick by Gonzalez. A throw in the dirt by Cook, who just kind of pushed it towards first base, and Gonzalez picks it out. It's all fun and games now as he makes a nice play.
Yeah, that's exact. Good way to describe it. Almost like throwing a shot put over there to first base, but a nice pick by Gonzalez on the bunt attempt by Gose.
One out in the 6th inning, and he's got eyes on somebody in the dugout. Brett Lawrie stands in and takes strike one over the outside corner. Lawrie grounded out in the first inning. Hit a sac fly in the 3rd inning to produce the Toronto Blue Jays' only run of the night. Foul down the right field line and into the seats, 0-2. Swinging a foul off of Saltalamacchia, and Lawrie stays alive.
Almost caught by Saltalamacchia. The foul tip on a high fastball. Almost had it in the pocket, but it comes right out.
This one fouled off to the right, out of play. Well, tomorrow afternoon, immediately following Red Sox first pitch, join us for Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by Uno's with TC, Matt Stairs, and Jenny at 1. They'll preview John Lester's start in the series finale against the Blue Jays. Lester is 11-5 with 3.20 ERA and 20 career starts against Toronto. Live coverage begins at 12:30 only on NESN. Here's ball 1 to Brett Lawrie. Laurie born in Langley, British Columbia, Canada. Grounds this one back to the mound. Cook will flip the first for the out. 2 down in the inning as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Don, on Sunday, August 5th, the Red Sox are hosting a picnic in the park. Lindsey Buchholz tells us about some unique auction items at this one-of-a-kind experience at Fenway.
A batting lesson with Adrian Gonzalez, a fielding lesson from Middlebrooks, and I just heard Petey and Mike Villas are going to do a joint lesson as well. And my personal favorite are video games with Clay Buchholz.
The picnic in the park will also include a 45-minute autograph session with Red Sox players and a barbecue dinner on Fenway's famous outfield. For more information, visit redsox.com/picnic. Don, proceeds will benefit the Red Sox Foundation's Red Sox Scholars and RBI programs.
All right, thanks very much, Jenny, and we look forward to Picnic in the Park as always. Players all here for Picnic in the Park. Wives get involved, certainly, and always the auction items are the fun part about it and what the different gifts are and that you can auction on from players. Always unique and very different from other auctions that you have been to for sure, and it's all for great cause, the Red Sox Foundation. 1-1 pitch. Former American Idol Chris Allen will be performing as well. Jerry, you and I got to meet him when he was here at Fenway Park.
Yes, just a couple of days ago. I guess one of the items they auction off is to follow Jenny Dell for a day around the ballpark.
2-1 pitch is in the dirt, and it's 3-1.
They should have one following you around, Don.
It's not very exciting.
No,
I really don't go. We go to Bobby's meeting. We go to the clubhouse.
Yeah.
We
have a little meeting after that.
We have another meeting. We have a production meeting.
Then we eat.
Then there's eating. Then the pregame starts. There's ball 4, and Rasmus will head down to first base. That is just the first walk given up by Aaron Cook of the night. Only the third walk that he's had in a Red Sox uniform. Hitting the road, take the Red Sox with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Red Sox out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit redsox.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Edwin Encarnacion bats, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. Colby Rasmus at first base, and 2 outs in the Jays' 6th inning. That'll just miss, and it's 1-1. Action in the pen. One of the newest Toronto Blue Jays, J.A. Happ, part of the 10-player deal and trade with the Houston Astros, coming over to the Blue Jays. Not made his Jays debut yet, but he could as he is warming in the pen now for Toronto. 1-1 is grounded foul, and it's 1-2. All of Happ's appearances with Houston were in the rotation. So not sure if it's just a side day for him or whether they intend on using him in the pen. He's not pitched out of the bullpen since 2009 as a member of the Philadelphia Phillies. One-two to Encarnacion. It's outside, 2-2. In the air to deep left field, and with one swing of the bat, the Blue Jays tie the game. Ties a career high in home runs for Edwin Encarnacion, his 26th of the year. A blast, and it is 3-3 now. Red Sox and Jays all tied up. They don't have Bautista at the moment. He's on the DL, but they do have Encarnacion.
Yeah, 26 now. As you mentioned, ties a career high. That ball staying above the knees. And that's really what hitters are talking about. Make him get the ball up, and if you do, sometimes you get damage done like that.
So a 3-3 game now, and a 2-out walk to Kobe Rasmus proves very costly. Gives Encarnacion a chance to do what he just did, and the game tied 3-3. Cook almost never walks anybody, and this one is costly. Now Adam Lynn, the batter, ahead 1-0. 2-0. Stirring in the Red Sox pen. Here's a 2-0. And a foul off to the left, 2-1. Lynn takes ball 3-1. Double-barreled action. Franklin Morales and Matt Albers warming in the pen for the Red Sox. They just did get up. Pitch 80 coming up for Aaron Cook with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Lynn swings away. It's a ground ball to first. Cook's got to get over. He does. And Gonzalez with the good feed that ends the inning. But damage done. A walk and a 2-run home run. Game tied 3-3. Edwin Encarnacion has tied this game 3-3 with a 2-run home run as the Blue Jays come from behind. Red Sox had a 3-0 advantage at one point in the game. We're all tied up now as Adrian Gonzalez leads it off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Adrian sends it foul off to the left, out of play. Single for Gonzalez in the 2nd inning, and he grounded out to third base in the 3rd. Edwin Encarnacion's 2-run home run right at you. Over everything in the parking lot across the street. Going to the count to Gonzalez. Will be followed by Cody Ross and Jared Saltalamacchia in the inning. in the dirt, 1-2. Villanueva now even at 3-3. He gave up the 3-run home run to Jared Saltalamacchia in the second inning. Otherwise, he has pitched relatively well here tonight for the Blue Jays. He gets them into the 6th inning. Now a tie game, comes in at 4-0, a 2.68 ERA. Into the shift on a ground ball. Laurie, the third baseman, underhanded to first for the out. It's time for a game break, and Tom Karen, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Going to take a little getting used to seeing Jim Thome in an Orioles uniform still, but on this Jason Varitek night from Fenway Park, game tied 3-3 with 1 out in the 6th inning. Cody Ross, the batter, as he takes strike 1. Ross with a double in the 2nd inning. He walked in the 4th inning. He's been aboard twice tonight. Pitching line brought to you by Lexus Villanueva. 5 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs. A 3-run home run by Saltalamacchia. He's walked 2, struck out 4, and pitch 89 is on its way. Breaking ball.
That's a couple of times tonight he's tried to snap off that curveball that's almost hit Cody Ross.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Curveball to a slider that time, and gets Ross to chase one.
Grounded foul by the Blue Jays dugout. Arbor Coat exterior stain by Benjamin Moore is a revolutionary waterborne stain that will transform your home into the envy of your entire block. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer. One out in the 6th inning, game tied 3-3. 2-2 pitch. Ross with a check swing grounded at first. Encarnacion will win the foot race to the bag for out number 2. It's time now for the Coors Light Cold Hard Blast, and it's home run number 18 of the year for Jared Saltalamacchia. With Gonzalez and Ross on, a 3-run shot for Saltalamacchia. RBIs 42, 43, and 44 on the year, and at the time gave the Red Sox a 3-0 advantage. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. 2 hits against the Jays this season. Both have been home runs. Tonight, a home run and a strikeout in 2 at-bats against Villanueva. Seeing a lot of shifting going on tonight for the Blue Jays defense. And again,
you really have, Don. It's, a lot against the left-handers and even some against the right-handers in Will Middlebrooks.
This one sliced foul off to the left, out of play, and it's 1-2. Very high, 2-2. Villanueva's retired 4 Red Sox in a row here. He has the first 2 outs of the 6th inning. Up to 96 pitches in his outing. His 26th appearance, but only his 4th start. This ground ball right side. It is Johnson, the second baseman, who throws out Saltalamacchia. 3 ground ball outs in the inning. A 1-2-3 6th. We head to the 7th, tied at 3. Count on Frank Webb's Bath Center, your FW Webb showroom. Selection, knowledge. We're here to help. Find your showroom at frankwebb.com. High drive, the deep left field off the bat of J.P. Arancibia, and that is out of Fenway Park. Arancibia gets his 14th home run of the year, and the Blue Jays pull ahead 4-3. Their second home run of the night.
Now, even without Batista in the lineup, home runs a big part of this Toronto offense. They are second in the American League in home runs. In the last couple of innings, 2 of them. Encarnacion with a 2-run shot, and Arancibia on a ball that's down and in, lifts it out of Fenway.
Aaron Cook had only allowed 2 home runs in a Red Sox uniform coming into tonight's game. He's allowed 2 in this outing. And that has the bullpen busy again as Cook deals with Kelly Johnson. An 0-1 pitch is going to miss. 1-1. 1 for 2 tonight. The Blue Jays second baseman, a double in the 3rd inning, scored their first run and then lined out in the 5th. Soft ground ball by the mound. Pedroia charging in. 1 out in the 7th inning. Coming up immediately following the game, stay with us for WB Mason's Red Sox Extra Innings Live with TC, Matt Stairs, and Jenny. You'll get a breakdown of Aaron Cook's start tonight and hear the starters' post-game comments. Plus, manager Bobby Valentine offers his thoughts on Game 2 of the series from the Sox interview room. It's all coming up after the game, only on NESN. 1 out in the 7th as Yunel Escobar takes a look at ball 1. Escobar 0 for 2. On the ground at third, Middlebrooks has it go off his glove, And reaching at first base will be Escobar. Middlebrooks was in on the grass at third, and that one glances off the leather.
You can see the position where Middlebrooks is playing just even with the grass. No crossover step right there, just kind of takes a step to his left and right off the glove.
They charge Middlebrooks with an error. Bobby Valentine out to get Aaron Cook. It's a 4-3 Toronto Blue Jays lead. Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Tradition, history, and a commitment to everyone on our team. These are just a few of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out more at easternbank.com. Well, the conditions have been great here in Boston tonight. Red Sox and Blue Jays here at Fenway Park, game 2 of the 3-game series. And the Red Sox now trail the Blue Jays 4-3. Jays have powered up a 2-run home run to tie the game. Solo shot to take the lead. Runner at first with 1 out. Travis Snyder, the batter. And he takes ball 1. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. Franklin Morales comes into the game for the Red Sox. Out of the rotation for the moment, his 30th appearance overall, 2-2 with a 3.10 earned run average, 54 Ks and 52 1/3. And a swing and a miss for Snyder evens the count at 1-1. 24 relief outings for Morales. He's 0-1 with a 2.77 earned run average. Over the last 4 relief outings, he's gone 9 2/3 scoreless innings with 10 strikeouts in those 9 2/3 innings. The decision really coming down to who could leave the rotation to go back to the pen and work out of the pen. And Morales, who has value in both areas, certainly was pitching great as a starter, but he was really the only one that could go back to the pen.
Yeah, and Bobby Valentine really wanted the 2 left-handers out of the bullpen.
This is grounded foul down by the tarp.
For the longest time, while Morales was starting, Miller was the only lefty out there. And now they have both Miller and Morales to come out of the left side.
Well, Aaron Cook throwing 86 pitches. He is responsible for Escobar at first base and on the hook as he departs this game down by a run. 1-2 is strike 3. Snyder strikes out looking for the second out of the inning, rung up by Andy Fletcher, 2 down.
Oh, nasty fastball there by Morales, down and away from Snyder. Just barely getting a piece of that plate, and the big strikeout for Morales. Now looks like a pinch hitter, Rajai Davis, coming up to hit for Ghost.
First appearance of the series for Rajai Davis. Ghost had been 0-for-3 in the game tonight. You're just joining us tonight. Of course, it is Jason Varitek night here at Fenway Park, and the return of the captain. The ceremony before the game tonight. And if you didn't see it tonight, for whatever reason, there'll be an encore presentation as part of Monster Monday on Monday. And Jason's girls were here, 6:30. It'll be at 6:30 as the Red Sox will be in Texas. The one pitch is outside, and it's 1-1. Coming up after this half inning, we'll get you all caught up on Ness and Daly. You see the cast on Jose Bautista, who's on the DL right now for the Blue Jays. But Edwin Encarnacion, with a good night tonight, gets his 26th home run. Even without Bautista in the lineup, that was close. Over to first base, but back is Escobar.
Very close. That nasty quick move for Morales almost gets us Escobar at first base. He gets me every time. I mean, I'm out every single time.
Falls behind 3-1. Escobar at first, 2 outs here in the Toronto 7th inning. Outside, ball 4 and a walk. So Rajai Davis down to first base. Pinch hitter drawing a walk. 2 on here for the Blue Jays now. And here comes Bobby Valentine again. And Brett Lawrie coming up. He's got Matt Albers in the pen. It is 4-3 Toronto.
Ayers, Florida? Enter the Foxwoods Red Sox Grand Slam giveaway, and you could get called up to train with the pros. Play on the field, get your own locker, wear an authentic uniform, and more. Enter at Foxwoods, official partner of the Boston Red Sox. Learn more at foxwoods.com.
In the midst of the top of the 7th inning back at Fenway Park with 2 outs, the Blue Jays have pulled ahead 4-3, threatening for more with 2 on and 2 outs. And a pitch outside to Brett Lawrie from the new Red Sox pitcher, right-hander Matt Albers into the game. His 36th appearance, 2-0 with a 2.21 earned run average. Opponents hitting at 203 against Albers. To a perfect 7th inning win tonight against Chicago. He's not allowed to run in his last 7 outings. It encompasses 6 1/3 innings of work. Escobar at second base, Rajai Davis at first base. 2 outs here in the 7th. One and one. Strike 2 again on the outside corner.
And that time the slider from Matt Albers to get ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Everything been away from Lawrie so far on this at bat.
Albers in the game now. Andrew Miller warming in the pen. Runners go. The pitch is a ball and a double steal for the Blue Jays. Escobar to third, Davis to second. You got good speed on the base paths and a double steal here.
That's big. Puts 2 men in scoring position with the 2 outs and no throw at all. As there was no chance to throw anybody out.
Lawrie fouls it off and it hangs at 2-2. Tried that outside corner again, but a little further out that time. Full count.
Yeah, I think that ball might have missed by just a little bit on the outside part of the plate.
On deck is Kobe Rasmus as the Jays bat here in the top half of the 7th inning. Swinging a foul as he stays alive. Albers going to go to work on the right shoelace. Now good to go as he has a full count here. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Line into left field, a base hit. From third comes Escobar. He will score. Trying to score is Davis, and he will as well. So 2 more runs in for the Blue Jays, who take a 6-3 lead as they bring in Albers to face Lawrie, and Albers gives up a 2-run double.
Well, first of all, the double steal. You get 2 men in a scoring position as Lawrie takes that pitch, and then Lawrie finds the hole again. A fastball that stays up in the zone, and that ground ball between third and short. The throw all the way home by Crawford, but not in time to get Rajai Davis, who has very good speed.
Now they will not deal with Kobe Rasmus with first base open. And they'll go after Edwin Encarnacion, who hit a 2-run home run in the 6th inning.
The Amica Pitch Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. And 2 big home runs in this game. Encarnacion first on a fastball that stayed a little bit up in the zone, and then Aaron Sebia in almost the same location picks up the home run. Of course, since that time they've added more runs on the board, 3, and have the 6-3 lead in this ball game.
So the intentional walk for Rasmus. 2 on and 2 outs for Edwin Encarnacion. The big 2-run home run you just saw. Pickoff play at second, but back to the bag safely is Laurie.
And Dustin Pedroia get the bad end of that pickoff right there, as it looks like he tripped on the bag heading in to attempt the pickoff.
That's a strike over the outside corner.
I bet this hasn't happened very much this season, where they've walked the hitter in front of Encarnacion.
Away again, 2-1. Well, the pitching line is brought to you by Ace Ticket for Aaron Cook, the Red Sox starter tonight. He goes 6 1/3, 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them are earned. He gives up 2 home runs. He's only given up 2 all season coming in for the Red Sox. A walk and a strikeout. One of the walks costly, turned into a run. And is falling behind now. 3-1 is Matt Albers. We'll get you an NESN Daily update at the end of this half inning. Ball 4, so they intentionally walk Rasmus and end up walking Encarnacion to load the bases.
It looks like Valentine's coming out again to get Miller.
So unloading the bullpen here tonight in this 7th inning is Bobby Valentine at 6-3 Toronto. Jared Saltalamacchia gets the Red Sox on the board in the second inning with a 3-run home run. His 18th home run of the year, and things are going well for the Red Sox, but since then, not so good. First, a 2-run home run by Encarnacion ties the game 3-3. Then here in the 7th inning, J.P. Arancibia would put the Jays on top. They've added 2 runs since, and Toronto has a 6-3 lead as they continue to bat in the 7th inning. Red Sox onto their 4th pitcher of the inning, and it's Andrew Miller, as Adam Lind will take strike 1. Miller's 30th appearance, 2-1 with a 2.78 earned run average, 26 strikeouts in 22 2/3 innings, and opponent's hitting at 200 against Miller. Ahead of Lind, 0-2.
Back-to-back breaking balls from Andrew Miller to start off. Adam Lind quickly gets ahead 0-2. See that kind of swing, you might want to try it one more time.
Vicente Padilla warming in the pen. Swing and a miss. Lind strikes out. They do try it one more time. It worked. The Blue Jays score 3 times, take a 6-3 lead. It's time for your Need to Know with NESN Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial. Here's Jamison Coyle. By Eastern Bank. At Eastern Bank, we're made of free checking. It's got nothing to hide, which means no fees or any other types of curveballs. Check out what else we're made of at easternbank.com. The Jays have done some damage in the 6th and 7th, 2 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th. They've taken a 6-3 lead here into the bottom of the 7th inning. Thirty-minute wait for Carlos Villanueva. He is back out there for the 7th inning, and Will Middlebrooks leading it off takes the strike to even the count at 1-1.
Red Sox only 4 hits on the evening, and of course the 3 runs coming by the home run by Jared Saltalamacchia.
Another strike, 1-2. Rajai Davis stays in the game, takes over in right field after he pinch hit for Anthony Gose. Swing and a miss. Middlebrooks down on strikes, and it's the longest outing of the year for Villanueva as he gets the first out of the 7th inning.
Goes to the slider that time to pick up the strikeout against Middlebrooks. And out comes John Farrell to make a pitching change.
So pitching change from Fenway with the Jays on top 6-3. A 6-3 lead, one out in the last half of the seventh inning. And Ryan Sweeney bats here with one away, and the Toronto Blue Jays debut for J.A. Happ, who comes in here as part of the 10-player trade with the Houston Astros. Happ in 18 starts with Houston was 7-9 with 4.83 earned run average. 98 strikeouts and 39 walks. Opponent sitting at 275 against him. There's a ground ball softly by the mound. Johnson's got it, and a little stumble, but the throw will get there in time anyway. Nice play by Johnson as it turned out after the stumble, and he gets Sweeney 2 down.
You see Johnson from this angle, charging the ball going to his right. And then the footwork got a little messed up, but still the sidearm throw to first base in time to get Sweeney.
Two outs for Pedro Siriaco. In there for strike one. On the ground by the mound towards short. Escobar's got it. Throw is going to be just in time, and that was very close. But Siriaco may have beat it out, but he's out number 3. We played 7, 6-3 Toronto. Final presented by Geico. TC, Matt Stairs, and Jenny. They'll preview the pitching matchup between John Lester and Henderson Alvarez in the series finale with the Blue Jays. Plus, we'll have highlights from around the American League East. It's all coming up after the game, and it's only on NESN. 8th inning, 6-3. Blue Jays have the lead. And JP Arencibia leading it off against the new Red Sox pitcher. Red Sox have now used 5 pitchers in the game. As Vicente Padilla is the newest member to come in. 36th appearance, 3-0, 3.71 earned run average. Strike poured in there to even the count at 1-1. Arencibia with a solo home run in the 7th inning to put the Blue Jays on top 4-3. They would add 2 more in the 7th inning and now lead at 6-3. Just outside, 2-2. Action in the Jays pen. The veteran Darren Oliver up in the pen for the Jays.
Saw him in the game here last night against the Red Sox.
Oliver went a perfect inning with a strikeout in last night's action. Swing and a miss, and Arencibia strikes out for the first out of the 8th. Let's send it down to Jenny.
Don, at this time last season, right-hander Zach Stewart was actually a member of the Blue Jays organization. 2 trades and 1 year later, he's a member of the Red Sox, pitching for Pawtucket. On Thursday, Stewart made his 5th start with the Paw Sox, pitching 6 2/3 innings against Syracuse. And in 4 of his 5 starts, he's allowed 3 runs or less. Stewart picked up a no decision in the game, but Daniel Bard picked up the win, pitching a scoreless 8th inning. Don, also in that game, Chris Carpenter, who missed the start of the season with a right elbow injury, picked up his first save for the Paw Sox.
All right, thanks very much, Jenny. Of course, Stewart coming over the deal for Kevin Youkilis. Brent Lillibridge, the other part of that. The Red Sox designated him for assignment. Saw the slow curveball get in there for strike from Padilla. Yeah, the 0-1 will miss, 1-1. Kelly Johnson batting. He doubled back in the 3rd inning. To left field, Crawford will get there to make the catch. 2 down in the 8th. Next half inning, we will take a look at the road ahead for the Red Sox, and it is a tough one coming up here. We'll get you caught up on that next inning. Two outs in the 8th as Yunel Escobar stands in. He's reached twice, both times on errors. One at shortstop by Siriaco, one at third base by Middlebrooks. Last one turned into a run when he scored in the 7th.
Red Sox will pack their bags tonight, and after tomorrow's game, head down to Texas for 3.
And then to the Bronx.
As part of the road ahead.
Lined into the gap in left center field in a hurry. That gets to the track and the wall. Sweeney back to play it. Escobar headed to second base. He's got a 2-out double. That was a line shot into the gap.
Wide open gap out there, too. Crawford playing toward the left field line, and Sweeney put pretty much straight away. And that line shot finds its way all the way to the wall. The 3rd time he's been on base tonight. First time with a hit. This time to double here in the top of the 8th inning.
So Escobar in scoring position at second base with 2 outs, and here's Travis Snyder. A 1-for-3 night for the left fielder and number 9 hitter in the Blue Jays order. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Chopped down the first baseline, foul. Adrian chasing it, but it is a foul ball, and it's 0-2. Red Sox had a 3-0 advantage tonight, but the Blue Jays have a 6-3 lead as they bat in the 8th with 2 outs. Two and two. Swing and a miss as Padilla is able to strike out Snyder and end the inning. Blue Jays leave a runner in scoring position, but lead it 6-3 after 7.5. Season. Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. Now Jason Varitek's night here tonight at Fenway Park. His entire family here at the ballpark and enjoying a celebration tonight. The Red Sox trail here 6-3 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Leading it off, the top of the Red Sox order, Daniel Nava against the veteran left-hander Darren Oliver. 40th appearance, 2-2 with a 1.26 earned run average. 189 opponent batting average against Oliver. And he gets strike one into Daniel Nava. Successful first outing for J.A. Happ after the trade with the Astros. Retires both Red Sox that he faces in the 7th inning. Pitcher of record tonight, Carlos Villanueva, with 6 1/3, giving up 3 runs. Chance for his 5th win without a loss. Bullpen can help him out. There's a fly ball to right center, but in comes Rasmus to make the catch for the first out of the 8th. Well, as promised, it is time now for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow, the Red Sox and Blue Jays conclude their 3-game series with Henderson Alvarez and John Lester on the mound. For Alvarez, it'll be his 4th start of the year against the Red Sox. 1-1 with the first 3 starts, one of which came here at Fenway. Lester will be making his 3rd start of 2012 against Toronto. He is 1-1, but has held the Blue Jays hitters to just a 185 average. Coverage begins tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. with Red Sox first pitch. Blue Jays pitching has now retired 9 Red Sox in a row. Carl Crawford is 0 for 3. Red Sox have Shinichi Tozawa up in the pen. We've already seen Morales, Albers, Miller, and Padilla in the pen. Very defensive swing there from Crawford, who's down 1-2.
They've done a good job of keeping the ball away from Carl Crawford in this game tonight.
Doyle waiting on deck with 1 out in the 8th. Swing and a miss, and Crawford strikes out. First strikeout for Oliver, 2 down in the 8th.
Stays with the breaking ball. The curveball will pick up a strikeout against Crawford once again, going toward that outside part of the plate.
Two outs in the 8th, and it brings up Justin Pedroia. An 0 for 3 night. He's grounded out twice and flied out to center field. Darren Oliver is allowed to run in just 5 of 39 appearances on the year. Darren Oliver, member of the Red Sox in 2002. 14 games with Boston, was 4-5 with a 4.06 ERA. Spending the last 2 years with the Texas Rangers. He's been in the big leagues since 1993. This will send Pedroia to the ground.
That's a tough one to get out of the way of, too, because you just got to kind of leave your feet.
This one is fouled off, 2-2. Line to right field, a base hit for Pedroia. Rajai Davis over quickly to gather it, but Dustin's got a 2-out base hit here in the 8th.
Well, Red Sox looking to generate some offense any way they can. Pedroia with 2 outs, the line drive to right field. The Red Sox have a man on with a couple of outs here in the 8th inning. Rajai Davis, very good speed getting to that line and holding Pedroia to just a single.
So the Red Sox have a 2-out base runner for Adrian Gonzalez. And he takes strike 1. Gonzalez singled back in the second inning, a 1-for-3 night. For the first, and back is Pedroia easily. On the ground to first base, Encarnacion will tag the bag and end the inning. Red Sox strand a base runner as we head for the ninth. It's 6-3 Toronto. Southwest Airlines, New England's website for deals via Toyota.com. Sullivan Tire, and by the Experience Buick New England Sweepstakes. A look at Canvas Alley as we look out to the new pitcher warming for the Red Sox, and ready to go here is Shinichi Tozawa as we head to the ninth inning with the Blue Jays on top 6-3. Tozawa becomes the sixth Red Sox pitcher of the night. His ninth appearance, no record, a 0.79 earned run average. Worked 11 1/3 innings. 8 Ks, no walks for Tozawa. Takes over for Padilla, who pitched the eighth inning. Padilla striking out 2 and giving up a double in that inning. Aaron Cook is on the hook tonight for the Red Sox. 6 1/3, 5 runs, 3 earned. Rajay Davis leads it off for the Blue Jays. Davis, Laurie, and Rasmus expected here for the Blue Jays in the ninth. Foul back to the screen, 1-2. Rajai Davis pinch hitting in the 7th inning for Anthony Gose. Had been 0 for 3. Davis ended up walking and scoring the 6th Blue Jays run. He has since taken over in right field defensively.
Last time we saw the Blue Jays up in Toronto, he was playing every day out in left field for the Jays.
Brett Laurie waiting on deck as Blue Jays bat here in the 9th inning. Bottom of the 9th, Red Sox will be expecting Cody Ross, Jared Saltalamacchia, and Will Middlebrooks. And at the very least, trailing by 3 runs. Full count. Davis to deep left field. Back goes Crawford onto the warning track, and it's going to be off the wall. Crawford plays the carom, and the throw to second base is not going to be in time. It's a wall ball double for Rajai Davis to start the 9th inning.
Helsing's coming in the game. Rajai Davis with a walk, stolen base. Now the double off the left field wall. Fastball inside by Tazawa. And Davis right off that scoreboard. At the bottom of the scoreboard for the 2-base hit.
So Davis at second base, Brett Laurie the batter. Blue Jays trying to add on to their 3-run advantage here in the 9th inning. Laurie with a bunt down the first baseline. Gonzalez will have to flip, and they get him.
Wow.
It turned into quite the play. On to third goes Davis. He gets credit for sacrifice, does Laurie.
I don't know how Adrian did that. I mean, he went to reach to tag him, realized he couldn't get him, and then a sidearm flip to first base to Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia has to reach into the runner to make the catch and is able to hold on. The ball did not come bouncing out of the glove. Now the Red Sox will have to pull the infield in with 1 out, man at third base.
Kobe Rasmus, the batter. He has walked twice, last time intentionally, and has scored a run. On the ground, foul. Talked about last night, Rasmus right on top of the plate on the left side.
Certainly is, right on the white line, and then his hands are just about right over the middle of the plate. White line was just about gone right now, but you can see how close he is in his hands. Almost over the middle of the home plate.
Grounds 1 foul and is down 0-2. On the ground, and Pedroia picks it, comes home with it. The throw is not going to be in time. Scoring is Rajai Davis, and the Blue Jays take a 7-3 lead. Kobe Rasmus will pick up an RBI.
Well, Pedroia did everything he did, but going on contact at third base is Rajai Davis. As soon as contact's made, he's off. Pedroia has to dive, get up, make the throw, and not in time to get Davis at home plate.
So Rasmus at first base, Fielder's Choice RBI, 58th of the year. Here is Encarnacion. Two and 0. Outside 3-0.
Encarnacion will certainly have the green light here, I would imagine.
There's a strike, 3-1. Ball 4, and he walks him. So another base runner here for the Jays. Encarnacion walking for the second time tonight. 2 on, 1 out, a run in. Nobody warming in the Red Sox pen behind Tazawa. As Adam Lynn strides to the plate, 0 for 4 in the game tonight. He has grounded out 3 times and struck out. Well, tomorrow, of course, the Hall of Fame inductees, Ron Santo and Barry Larkin. Well, Santo had played 15 years in the majors, 14 with the Cubs, a 9-time All-Star, had 4 consecutive seasons with 30 or more home runs, 1964 through 1967. Of course, he passed away in 2010, selected to the Hall of Fame by the Veterans Committee. And Barry Larkin spent his 19-year career with the Cincinnati Reds, a 12-time All-Star, NL MVP in '95, 3-time Gold Glove winner, and also a member of the 1990 World Series champion Reds. Omar Vizquel still in the Blue Jays roster at the moment, as we've not seen a lot of Omar on a regular basis. Should be retiring at the end of the season. Also, our congratulations to Tim McCarver. We had the chance to have on with us last homestand. Tim was here with Fox. We'll also be going into the broadcasters wing of the Hall of Fame tomorrow. On the ground to second base. Pedroia to second for 1. On to first. It's 2. And the Red Sox get a double play and avoid further damage. But the Jays do get a run and lead it 7-3 to the end of the bottom of the 9th. For WB Mason's Red Sox Extra Innings Live with TC, Matt Stairs, and Jenny. Get a breakdown of Aaron Cook's start tonight and hear the starters' post-game comments. Plus, manager Bobby Valentine offers his thoughts on Game 2 of the series from the Sox interview room. It's all coming up after the game, and it's only on NESN. We head to the last half of the ninth inning at Fenway. Red Sox trailing by 4 runs. It is 7-3 Blue Jays, and former Red Sox pitcher Brandon Lyon back with the Blue Jays again, where his career started this year with the Astros. Part of the 10-player trade between the Jays and the Astros. There'll be 7 games for him in an Astros uniform this season. Cody Ross leads it off and takes strike 1. Brandon Lyon 0-2, the 3.75 earned run average in those 37 relief appearances. Broke into the majors with the Jays in 2001 and 2002. His starting games then, made 21 starts with Toronto. Takes over for Darren Oliver, went an inning giving up a hit and had a strikeout. Pitcher of record Carlos Villanueva has a chance to pick up his 5th win without a loss tonight. So it's 6 1/3, giving up the 3 runs the Red Sox have, and all of them coming on the 3-run home run by Saltalamacchia in the 2nd inning. In the dirt outside, full count. In there for strike 3. Cody Ross knew it, and he takes with him the first strikeout for Brandon Lyon. 1 down.
Now Brandon Lyon going back to the fastball down in the strike zone to pick up the strikeout against Cody Ross. No argument from Cody Ross. He just makes his way back to the Red Sox dugout. He knew it.
1 out in the 9th. Jared Saltalamacchia, the batter. Into the shift go the Jays again. Brett Laurie, the third baseman, into short right field. Saltalamacchia has supplied the Red Sox runs tonight with his 18th home run of the year. Now he flares one out to left center, and diving from left is Snyder. What a catch in left field by Travis Snyder, the 2nd out of the 9th.
Didn't think there was a chance in the world that Travis Snyder was going to get to that ball. Looked like it was going to drop in for a base hit, but an outstanding effort by the Toronto left fielder. Goes into the dive, catches the ball, squeezes it before he hits the ground. Nice play.
Two outs in the 9th. Will Middlebrooks bats here for the Red Sox. And takes strike 1 over the outside corner. Middlebrooks 0 for 3. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, stay with us for WB Mason Red Sox Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on NESN. Ball 2, 2-1. Little dribbler down the third baseline. Lyon fields and throws in time to get Middlebrooks, and The Blue Jays come back from a 3-0 deficit and win this game 7-3 as they power up against Aaron Cook. And Jerry, tonight, Cook started well but did not finish well.
Yeah, I gave up a couple of home runs, obviously, Don, but to me it's the Red Sox offense. I mean, they get 3 runs early in this ball game on the home run by Saltalamacchia and then get shut down the rest of the way. And the offense has not been clicking for the Red Sox over the last couple of games. And right now, that is one of the reasons they're not winning ball games.
So the final score is 7-3. The Blue Jays beat the Red Sox. For Jerry Remy and Jenny Dell, I'm Don Orsillo saying goodnight from Fenway Park. Join us again tomorrow afternoon for the series finale with the Jays. The matchup will be John Lester and Henderson Alvarez. Live coverage begins at 12:30 from Yawkey Way. It's been a presentation of NESN, New England's most watched sports network. It's time now for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Here's Tom Caron.